This is David Harper with Multiversity Comics, and I got Kurtis, Wiebe and Scott Kowalchuk from the Image Comics, the Intrepids. How's the con going for you guys?
It's going very well. It's been a lot of people are really excited about the book, and it's been a really great experience for me, at least.
It's bitchin'.
It's bitchin'?
Yeah, can we use that? Can we use that?
Oh, yeah, go to town,
okay,
go to town.
Good. Totally bitchin'.
We want to make sure everything is open with you guys, so say whatever you want.
Okay, good. There's more profanity coming.
Oh, perfect.
Okay,
that's kind of our niche.
Good.
For those who missed it, what exactly is the Intrepids?
I'm going to defer to the writer on this.
Okay. Well, we've kind of actually been changing up a little bit how we've been describing it. It's kind of like X-Men meets Johnny Quest, Scooby-Doo, and what was the other one you were using?
You said the Goonies the other day.
The Goonies.
Yeah,
we were just kind of mashing it all together. It's a high action, really fun, lighthearted book. Really anyone can read it, any age group, and that's something we're really proud of. You don't see that a lot, and especially in independent comics, you don't see it a lot. Mm-hmm. So we're really pushing that anyone can read this book.
Yeah, it's got that old school 60s Kirby Ditko vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really what we were trying to capture, because there's just such an innocence to that that I really miss in comic books.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sick of seeing guys get shot. Like, there's just too much violence.
There's a lot of doom and gloom in comics today, and it is kind of a breath of fresh air to read a book like this where it's,
Well, thanks.
Yeah, sorry. We're very complimentary over at Multiversity Comics. Okay, so can you guys walk me through the origins of this book, where exactly it came from? I think it came from you, Scott, the original idea?
No, it was actually Kurtis. Well, no, I'll take responsibility. Okay. No, it was Kurtis.
Okay, sorry.
I wrote the script in 2009, and I didn't have an artist in mind when I wrote it. I just had this idea, and the original idea came from I was stopped at a stoplight one day, and this girl went across the street, and she was dressed very similar to the design that Scott came up with. He modified kind of the basic concept that I had, and I just saw this character in the way she was dressed. She had this fedora on, this leopard print trench, and I was like, that is killer. So I went home and I started writing this character just based on what I saw, and then all these other characters came out of that, and I wrote the script, and I was searching for an artist, and that's when I contacted Scott, and the first thing he sent me was the Cyber Bear, what everyone's talking about, and I knew right away that I'm like, this is the guy for the job, and yeah, he nailed it, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So, how exactly? How did you guys find each other for this book?
I had just graduated in the spring of 2009, and we were holding a portfolio show at my college.
Nice.
And Kurtis was there, scoping out young chicks.
Nice.
That's his style.
With fedora.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. Any kind of trench or short skirt. Nice. I just can't help it.
He was usually behind a series of bushes, just kind of peering over. That's him. That's him this weekend too.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit. I found out that he was doing comic book work, and that's what I always wanted to do. And just the communication ensued, and we found something that we were both interested in.
Well, once it was developing, how did you guys bring it to Image Comics? Like, how did you get it home here?
It was actually wild. Same thing last year. Same time last year, we got the proposal all together, printed it up in comic book form.
Yeah.
And we came to Seattle because we heard, this is a good place to talk to publishers. And passed it out to everybody. Got some really good feedback. I got a little bit of work at Oni out of it.
Nice.
And little bit of work. It's kind of big work. Whatever. And a month later, after the show, we were contacted by the publisher Eric Stevenson, and he said he was really interested in the book.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we're flying. We're on the other side of the table this year.
Yeah.
What have you guys thought about the response so far? Has it been pretty strong?
Yeah, we've gotten really good reviews. People are excited. We've heard that it is sold out at distributor level. We still haven't got it confirmed yet, but we've heard that from a lot of retailers that have come in and said, yeah, we can't order it anymore. So it is sold out in a day.
Wow. So
that's amazing for us. We're both really new to the scene, and I think we put a lot of our heart into this book, and I think there's a connection that people feel. I've been hitting forums, and I've been talking to people, emailing people, making myself completely available, and I think that's really struck a chord with people, and
I'm the exact opposite. I don't like talking to anybody.
Oh, clearly.
No, I'm kidding. I think you're doing wonderful. You're a wonderful man.
Oh, thank you. That means so much to me. I'm definitely gonna take that on my trip with me.
Good.
So, you guys were talking about the mashup of the Goonies and Johnny Quest and all things like that. What influences did you look at for the characters? Like, for me, Dante, I thought was a very interesting character for the first one because I think the least was said about him. The least is really known about him. What influences do you look at for the cast?
Well, as far as writing it, there is definitely an X-Men feel to it.
Yeah.
And the fact that Dante's kind of like the Xavier. He goes and he brings these kids in that don't have much direction or don't have much hope, and he guides them and gives them a life that they would never have had without him. And so there's definitely that vibe there. But if you've read the issue, there's a bit of Dante that seems not quite right. Like there's still questions about him. We don't know what his motivations are, and so
you're giving too much away. Shh.
Hey, I'm not giving anything away. I'm trying. Yeah, okay, maybe a bit. But anyway, so keep talking. Give you the dirt, and that's as far as Dante. Like, that's where I came from. Was definitely an influence there, and then just kind of from my own personal experiences, some of my viewpoints and how I see things in the world, and some of his attitudes was definitely influenced by that. But I mean, as far as the design, I don't know.
Visually, I generally only look at 1960s TV.
Nice.
Not even comic books, just straight to TV, the old Batman TV show.
Our cameraman is pretty much the biggest Batman 60s
awesome.
fan
We're going to
ever.
have to talk then.
Best Batman there.
Undoubtedly. So I was looking at Vincent Price and Cesar Romero.
Oh, that's fantastic.
When I designed him. Just because, hey, that guy looks like a love child of those two men, I assume would look like a mad scientist.
I could definitely support that.
Yeah.
I could definitely support that.
Yeah, so I mean that's what we were going for. At least what I was going for. I mean, I love the little, the little pencil mustache. It makes him look the way I think he should.
I agreed entirely.
Nice.
Well, at the Friday panel, the image panel, you guys mentioned that there won't be any more Cyber Bears going forward. And is there any way we can convince you otherwise? Because I have to admit, it's a big hit with me too. Love the Cyber Bears.
Well, we actually didn't expect that to be so like people just loved it, and there are some things that aren't Cyber Bears, but honestly are just as cool and just as hilarious, and will just kind of shock people. Just like I wasn't expecting that. So if that was a big happy thing that people latched onto, we got way cooler stuff coming.
Well, the Cyber Bear was kind of a happy accident too. Kurtis detailed it in the script, and I just happened to be watching the old Star Trek TV show. And there was the episode where Spock's brain is removed, and he has a mechanical brain placed on it, and it was literally like the day after, and I said, boy, that would look kind of cool on a bear. It's not the same, but it's similar.
Yeah.
So that was the inspiration for the look anyway.
Well, I mean, the first issue also had the attack monkey, and so I mean, it seems like hench animals might be an early cut for you guys, which I support entirely.
At the end of issue 1, we hint at what's coming up, and battle baboons are definitely coming up. We got a lot of other surprises in store. I'm not giving any more away. That's it.
Tell me more. I want to know everything.
No, you got to buy it. But we got lots of really funny and just bizarro things that are coming up that will keep readers entertained, and we're tying this all together with a really solid story that comes from a really honest place, and I think that also can appeal to people. But the nice thing about Intrepids is if you don't really care about this underlying story, you just want to be entertained, we can hit you on both levels, and that's what's I think really good about it as well.
Yeah, the first issue was really fantastic. How much of the book have you guys got plotted out so far? Like, how far do you see this going for you guys? I know it's the first issue, that's pretty early, but...
Well, we know how the entirety of the first arc ends, and we've discussed what we do in other arcs if we move forward. The upside is, we've planned a lot of characters. We've planted a lot of antagonists within the first series, so we've got a lot to draw from.
Well, I mean, the first issue itself had, 2 major antagonists in it, and so it's got a long way to go. Yeah,
in later issues we reveal a lot more about Dante's past, and that is something we definitely can delve into for further issues. And I kind of had this really interesting idea. The first arc is all from Crystal's narration and her perspective of the history of how they all came together, and if we did more arcs, I would love to do each arc focusing on each kid and allow them to tell their side of the story and how they see everything unfolding. So we've talked about it a little bit, and if the demand is there, we actually were just talking last night after our image party, and we were just throwing some ideas around, and it's quite possible if it's successful we can put it together.
Great. Well, that sounds wonderful. Well, I think I speak for everyone in Multiversity that the first issue, it was a big hit with us. We love it. Can't wait to read more.
Oh, sweet.
So
awesome.
Thanks so much for talking to us, and have a great con.
Thanks.
Yeah.